As the 2024 Paris Olympics approach, there's a storm brewing over the basketball courts. It's more than just a race for gold. It's a battle for the true title of world champion. What does it mean to be a world champion in basketball? This question was sparked when Noah Lyles, the celebrated track and field star, boldly challenged the NBA's claim that its champions are world champions. His provocative statement sent shockwaves through the basketball community and sparked a debate that refuses to die down.
You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States?
Lyles' words struck a nerve, drawing reactions from basketball heavyweights like Kevin Durant, who defended the NBA's global reach. Is Lyles' critique a wake-up call or just a naive misunderstanding? As the discussion rages on, one thing is clear. Team USA is more motivated than ever to prove their dominance on the global stage and silence the doubters. While Lyles might technically be correct, his comments have ignited a fire under Team USA. The players are now more motivated than ever to prove themselves and silence any doubters. Their recent stumbles at the FIBA Basketball World Cups have only added fuel to this fire, leading LeBron James to summon his Avengers, a group of elite players determined to reclaim their dominance on the global stage. When the roster for Team USA was announced for the World Cup, eyebrows were raised, particularly regarding the limited size and star power among the squad. Only 4 had been honored as NBA All-Stars, with Utah Jazz's Walker Kessler being the sole player naturally positioned at center. Furthermore, this was the first international outing for every member of the team, leading many to doubt their potential to make a deep run in the tournament. Despite these concerns, the team showed some strength early on. They swept through their exhibition matches with a perfect 5-0 record and continued their dominance through the first 4 games of the tournament. However, they encountered an obstacle when they faced Lithuania, falling 104-110 in what was considered a significant upset. Nonetheless, this didn't affect their Olympic ambitions. The team did secure their spot in the 2024 Olympics, rebounding strongly by demolishing Italy with a score of 100-63, advancing them into the semi-finals. Their journey met another hurdle against Germany, where they narrowly lost 111-113. Still, a bronze medal was within reach as they faced off against Canada. The tension peaked in a dramatic moment when Mikal Bridges grabbed an offensive rebound off his own missed free throw and sank a game-tying three-pointer to push the game into overtime. Yet, the extra period was challenging. Team USA managed to score only 7 points in overtime while Canada took control, ultimately securing the bronze medal and leaving Team USA to reflect on what just happened. The narrative surrounding this team at the World Cup painted them as an unexpected success story. Despite a lineup filled with NBA talent, calling them underdogs wasn't quite right, though they only boasted 4 combined All-Star appearances among them. Among the standout stories was Austin Reaves, who, undrafted just 2 years prior, emerged as the team's second leading scorer, averaging 13.8 points on an impressive 56.6% shooting percentage. The 2020 #1 pick, Anthony Edwards, led the team in scoring. However, the team's vulnerability was its size, struggling defensively due to their lack of height. The NBA currently prioritizes centers that can stretch the floor and create space, which means there just aren't a lot of American-born centers dominating the boards. Walker Kessler found a spot on the roster partly for this reason. Despite the wealth of NBA talent, Team USA's 4th-place finish at the World Cup sparked debates over the NBA's global dominance and talent, and this result left many questioning whether the NBA championship should truly be considered the crowning of the world champions. In response to the World Cup's outcome, there were whispers of an Olympic super team being formed under the leadership of LeBron James for the 2024 Paris Games. Riding on the tide of these rumors, LeBron rallied his top-tier group. The 2024 Olympics roster saw a significant overhaul, with only Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton from the World Cup team making the cut. Both performed well during the World Cup, clearly demonstrating they weren't the reason behind Team USA's losses. This year, USA basketball has been a powerhouse on the international stage since as far back as 1936, boasting a record of 143 wins against only 6 losses, and claiming 16 titles over the decades. This illustrious history is highlighted by teams that are not just collections of talent, but icons of the sport. The legacy began to take a modern shape with the 1992 USA basketball team, famously dubbed the Dream Team. This was the first Olympic squad to include NBA players, featuring legends like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird. Their overwhelming dominance was clear as they cruised to a gold medal, with an undefeated 8-0 record, setting a high bar for every team that followed. Following a setback in 2004, the Redeem Team was formed for the 2008 Summer Olympics, with a roster including LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Carmelo Anthony. This team mirrored the success of the 1992 Dream Team, going 8-0 to capture the gold. Since that victory in 2008, the USA basketball team has successfully defended their title, a streak they aim to continue at the upcoming 2024 Olympics in Paris. The current roster reads like a who's who of the basketball elite: LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Jason Tatum, Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Joel Embiid, and Kawhi Leonard. This year, the team features the oldest U.S. Olympic men's basketball roster in history, averaging 30 years and 9 months. For LeBron James, the Paris Olympics could serve as a grand international finale as he approaches retirement. If this team performs as it usually does, imagine a summer filled with fine wine, winning basketball, and worldwide admiration. An ideal situation for James. His journey will likely be filmed for a future documentary. Another key figure is Kevin Durant, a consistent high scorer. KD has led the U.S. in points per game at the last 3 Olympics. In Tokyo, he surpassed Carmelo Anthony's career Olympic scoring record for an American man and is now just 52 points behind Lisa Leslie's overall U.S. record. Durant has the opportunity to outdo Anthony's record of Olympic men's basketball gold medals. Stephen Curry is attending his first Olympics, though he's no stranger to international success, having been part of a gold medal-winning FIBA World Cup team in 2010 and 2014. Interestingly, the U.S. team will be coached by his Warriors head coach, Steve Kerr. Adding a fresh narrative, 2023 NBA MVP Joel Embiid, originally from Cameroon, was granted French and U.S. citizenship in 2022. Despite having options, Embiid chose to represent his adopted home in his debut at a major international tournament. Reflecting on last summer's World Cup, it's notable that the team had no players with prior Olympic or World Cup experience. Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton, who were part of that roster, are now making their Olympic debuts. This year's roster is stacked with decorated champions. This squad contains a collective of 11 Olympic appearances, 10 gold medals, and 3 FIBA World Cup titles. Altogether, the U.S. will bring 12 NBA All-Stars, 4 NBA MVPs, and 6 NBA champions to Paris, making this team one of the most experienced and anticipated in Olympic history. The lesson from the World Cup was a clear signal for Team USA. They needed a bigger, better, and more physical team to effectively compete against top international opponents. This necessity will be tested from the get-go as the U.S. men are set to face Serbia in their opening game, a team led by none other than Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. In response, Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid, who is recovering from a knee injury in February, have been brought in to boost that front line, offering a stronger presence than what was seen at the World Cup. On the perimeter, Drew Holiday and Kawhi Leonard, coming off knee issues that sidelined them for the final games of the NBA season, are expected to provide solid defense, complementing the team's deep scoring abilities. Should health concerns prevent Embiid, Leonard, or any other player from participating, this team has prepared a comprehensive contingency plan for every position. The 12-man roster was chosen from a group of 41 candidates. The appeal of the Olympics was significant, not just because of national pride, but also because of the chance to be a part of an event in one of the world's top cities. Among the notable players who didn't make the cut were Jimmy Butler, Paul George, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, and Chris Paul. Also left off the roster was Draymond Green, who wasn't included in the initial pool, and Kyrie Irving, who has faced major suspensions in recent years. Rising stars like Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, and Jaren Jackson Jr. were edged out by the veteran-heavy lineup, and players like Ja Morant and Zion Williamson, dealing with injuries, were not considered even for the initial pool either. Under the seasoned guidance of Steve Kerr, who plans to make his final bow as an Olympic coach, and assisted by an all-star coaching staff including Eric Spoelstra, Tyronn Lue, and Mark Few, the U.S. team is ready not just to compete, but to dominate. With a roster that blends seasoned champions and hungry newcomers, the question isn't just about winning gold, but about reaffirming their status on the world stage. The stage is set in Group C, where the U.S. will encounter tough competitors, including Serbia and South Sudan, along with one yet-to-be-determined qualifier. As heavy favorites, Team USA's journey in Paris is not just a quest for another gold medal. It's about proving a point to the world and themselves. Can they live up to the legacy of the Dream and Redeem teams? Will they silence the doubters who question the NBA's claim to global dominance? Only time will tell.
Well, folks, the U.S. men's national basketball team had a bit of a stumble at the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup in Manila. No medal this time. But hey, don't dust off the America's Best at Cornhole banners just yet. Redemption is in the air as they eye the 2024 Paris Olympics. The mission? Snag that 5th consecutive Olympic gold medal. And let me tell you, this isn't just a bunch of guys who can dunk in their backyard hoops. We're talking about a roster bursting with 12 NBA All-Stars, 7 NBA champions, and 4 NBA MVPs. It's like assembling the Avengers, but with more alley-oops and fewer Ks. But why this Avengers-like squad? Well, after Team USA's 7th place finish in the 2019 World Cup, it became clear that the rest of the world has caught up to NBA talent. Recent MVPs like Jokic, Giannis, and Doncic, who arguably should have won this year, have shown that international players are no joke. And with rising stars like Wemby set to be a game changer for France, who beat Team USA in 2019, it was time for the US to bring out a key figure for Team USA in their pursuit of gold is none other than Phoenix the Big Guns, Suns All-Star Kevin Durant. KD isn't just a scoring machine. He's the USA men's basketball all-time leading Olympic scorer with a jaw-dropping 435 points. This will be his 4th Olympic outing, and he's got his sights set on making history. If Team USA takes gold in Paris, Durant will be the first male basketball player to snag 4 Olympic gold medals. Imagine needing a separate trophy case just for your Olympic hardware. Not too shabby, right? So while they may have had a hiccup in Manila, the road to Paris is paved with nothing but gold aspirations. Grab your popcorn, folks. This redemption arc is going to be a slam dunk. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James is making his 4th Olympic appearance, which means he's practically an Olympic veteran at this point. Meanwhile, Golden State Warriors star Stephen Curry is stepping onto the Olympic stage for the first time. Better late than never, right? So who made the cut for the 2024 Paris Olympics? Drumroll, please. Here's the star-studded lineup for Team USA. USA Basketball men's national team managing director Grant Hill, a gold medalist himself from the 1996 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, selected the roster. With a combined 10 Olympic gold medals already in their pockets, these players are bringing the bling to Paris. Anthony Davis from the Los Angeles Lakers, a 2-time Olympian. Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves, making his 1st Olympic appearance. Bam Adebayo from the Miami Heat, a 2-time Olympian. Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns, also a 2-time Olympian. Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics, another 2-time Olympian. Joel Embiid from the Philadelphia 76ers, making his 1st Olympic appearance. Drew Holiday from the Boston Celtics, a 2-time Olympian. Kawhi Leonard from the Los Angeles Clippers, making his 1st Olympic appearance. Kevin Durant from the Phoenix Suns, making his 4th Olympic appearance. LeBron James from the Los Angeles Lakers, also on his 4th Olympic run. Stephen Curry from the Golden State Warriors, making his 1st Olympic appearance. Tyrese Halliburton from the Indiana Pacers, making his 1st Olympic appearance. Kevin Durant is aiming for his 4th gold medal, which would make him the first male basketball player to win 4 golds. LeBron James is also on his 4th Olympic run, and let's be real, he's practically got a VIP suite at the Olympics by now. So gear up for Paris, where the stakes are high, the stars are bright, and the quest for gold is on. This team is ready to bring home the glory, and maybe pick up a few more gold medals to add to their impressive collection. LeBron James is making his grand return to the Olympic stage 8 years after helping Team USA snag gold in Rio 2016. It's like the ultimate comeback tour, only instead of a rock star, we get the king of basketball himself. LeBron's Olympic resume is pretty blingy. Not only did he snag gold in Rio, but he also helped the team bring home the top prize in London 2020. Add that to his 4 NBA championships, and you've got a guy who's more decorated than a Christmas tree. So brace yourselves, because King James is back and ready to reign supreme on the international stage once again. Now, let's talk about the masterminds behind the scenes. Steve Kerr, the head coach of the Golden State Warriors, will serve as the head coach of the 2024 USA men's national team. He'll be bringing his winning touch to the international stage. And if you're wondering if he can handle it, just remember those NBA championship rings. Joining him as assistant coaches are Mark Few from Gonzaga, Tyronn Lue from the Los Angeles Clippers, and Eric Spoelstra from the Miami Heat. With these coaching heavyweights at the helm, the team is poised for a glorious run in Paris. Did you know that the USA men's basketball team is like the Michael Phelps of Olympic hoops? Since the first time they hit the hardwood in 1936, they've been absolute ballers, racking up a whopping 19 Olympic medals. That's 16 golds, 1 silver, because hey, no one's perfect, and 2 bronzes. Better than nothing, I guess. Their trophy case is so blinged out, it probably needs its own zip code. The US squad pulled off a spectacular four-peat by snagging their 4th consecutive gold at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. It's as if they just can't resist bringing home shiny souvenirs from their trips abroad. So buckle up and get your popcorn ready, because Team USA basketball is on a mission. Despite a setback in Manila, they're primed and pumped for the 2024 Paris Olympics, aiming to add another golden chapter to their storied legacy. With Kevin Durant and a roster stacked with NBA royalty, redemption is in the air. Will they bring home that 5th consecutive Olympic gold? Stay tuned, because this journey promises to be nothing short of epic. Get ready to witness history in the making on the hardwoods of Paris.